Hello and welcome to GPTV on Monday the 17th of October. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And we're here to bring you last week's action and activities in the auction circuit.
I think before we talk about last weekend, we should just review what's going on in the market. Our last 100 auctions, for example, very exciting, a 75% clearance rate at or before auction, which is great when you consider the state average has been around about 52%, and we've sold another 15% after the auction. So we've had 90 out of our last 100. So that's a pretty good spring we're seeing right here at the moment.
And particular of note, we're now right in the middle of spring, 17th of October. That means we're really halfway through, with really just about 8 weeks to go.
But still time to sell this year if you want to.
So let's now talk about last weekend, the weekend of the 15th and 16th of October. We actually had a busy weekend with 11 auctions, and now that we've got 4 auctioneers, we're really widely spread right across all the suburbs that we're working in.
Yeah, we covered 6 suburbs, and of the 11, 8 were sold, and some of them were very, very strong auctions, particularly the one in Bertram Street, Alstonwick.
And I might talk about that one, Gary, as I was the auctioneer there. That was an 11:30 auction on Saturday morning. We arrived there with a crowd of about 60 people. 4 parties had indicated interest in bidding. They were all there. Started pretty quickly, vendor bid of 1.3, and then it just took off from there, where 2 people battled it out, and we sold it for $1,460,000, which was well clear of the vendor's reserve price. Our first apartment sale on the weekend was with Leor Samuel as the auctioneer, who bounced the ball in Robe Street. I did an auction in Dickens Street, Elwood, of a very large 3-bedroom ground floor apartment just opposite the Blessington Street Gardens. Whilst the price, Gary, is undisclosed there, we were quoting $800,000 plus, and we did sell it well in excess of that price.
Yeah, the St Kilda Elwood market, a great location and still very popular. Plenty of buyers around wanting to get in there, and still really not that much around to be able to secure. So I think for buyers that are looking in that area, you should be full of confidence because it just continues to be strong and popular.
So let's, Gary, talk about a subject that most real estate agents in Melbourne try to stay away from, and that is what is happening with prices in Melbourne.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of discussion about it, Philip, and there's a lot of media beat up about how things are terrible out there and how things are off the boil. But now I think the market's found its place and buyers are happy to jump in. There's not that much out there because a lot of vendors don't want to sell in this new market with the new prices. But I think those vendors that are realistic and buyers are happy to pay the prices, and it's happening again.
I think it's interesting to note, if you look at the market over the last 5 to 6 years, 5 to 6 years ago, if you had a $500,000 property that jumped in value to $1 million, if the market drops by $100,000 or 10%, then their investment has gone from $500,000 to $1 million and back to 900. So they're still sitting on an 80% capital gain.
Absolutely, there's no doubt that the market has still performed well over recent years, and it needed to settle somewhere, and I think this is where it's settled now.
For those of you that are currently watching, Gary and I are really enjoying doing these marketplace reports, but if there's some issue or something that you'd like to know about, we would certainly welcome the feedback, because I think this really is going to be our forum for discussion with the local buying community.
And we're going to continue to bring you news and updates and what's happening out there. And for those people that are interested and enjoy real estate, well, we're hoping that this is going to give you a good understanding of what's going on right up to the minute, at the minute, with properties in and around the area. We're going to look forward to bringing you more information over the coming weeks, and we wish you a good week.